Welcome back to Good Morning Malibu. Breakfast is very near and dear to our hearts here on the show, as Shayla and I can attest. But a new report on breakfast has come out, and there are some big changes happening to the most important meal of the day. If you haven't taken a stroll down the Ralph's cereal aisle in a while, you're probably not alone. A new Wall Street number report came out showing that Americans aren't buying into cereal the way they used to. Cereal sales of some of the nation's largest food manufacturers, including Kellogg's and General Mills, have reportedly gone stale. Funny, like cereal going stale. While more Americans are having breakfast, as professionals push for people to eat the most important meal of the day, they're going toward options like yogurt and breakfast sandwiches, and potentially places like Starbucks and McDonald's breakfast sandwiches and things like that, where they're prepared for you and not so much cereal.
Yeah,
so.
I feel like I'm one of the culprits here because I'm not a big cereal person, and I've never been a big cereal fan, but I do think breakfast is so important. I don't understand how people live without breakfast.
Because it makes you happy in the morning, and I don't know, gives you energy. I like cereal. I don't eat it a lot because it's very rare that I sit down with a bowl of cereal and milk and actually eat it. But
I don't think it's conducive to the college student schedule and running around.
And it does tend to be very sugary. You know, sometimes it's like, would I rather eat all the sugar in a cereal or just eat a muffin?
But thankfully, our wonderful producer, Max, always brings breakfast for us here at Good Morning Malibu, and it is fabulous. So just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
Thanks, Max.
Thanks, Max. So Meghan is over there with us. She's keeping tabs on the latest national and international news for us. Meghan, what is going on in our world?
Hey, Phil. Good morning. Yeah, so the California Fire Department and U.S. Forest Service is still fighting that King Fire that exploded Saturday in El Dorado County. The 76,000-acre fire cost $5 million a day to fight. 2 injuries have been reported so far, and the fire is only 10% contained. Police arrested 37-year-old Wayne Huntsman on charges of arson Wednesday. The alleged fire starter is being held on $10 million bail and is suspected for deliberately instigating this massive blaze. In national news, Congress gave Obama the go-ahead yesterday to arm and train Syrian rebels in the fight against ISIS. The U.S. is now joining 40 other countries in the opposition to the terrorist regime. The president endorses this new plan of action because of the bipartisan support the plan received in Congress and its potential to keep American troops off the ground. Not all are on board, however, as some leading Republicans are hesitant to get involved, calling it a one-man's war. President Obama says the plan shows the world American unity against oppressive regimes. In international news, Scottish citizens have voted to remain a part of the United Kingdom. Citizens gathered in Glasgow to celebrate the historic outcome. UK Prime Minister David Cameron acknowledged the need for improved powers for the Scottish Parliament. The UK government will continue to look for ways to give the country a more proportionate voice in UK decisions. And First Minister Alex Salmond called on all Scots to accept this recent verdict.
Our referendum was an agreed and consented process, and Scotland has, by majority, decided not, at this stage, to become an independent country. I accept that verdict of the people, and I call on all of Scotland to follow suit in accepting the democratic verdict of the people of Scotland.
Actually, only around 15% of Scottish citizens voted to leave the UK. So now moving on from that game overseas, let's check out Brynn. What do you got for the game in LA?
Well, last night, the Dodgers advanced to 87-66 on the season with their rally win over the Chicago Cubs. A 5-run effort in the 7th inning, led off by Andre Ethier, gave the Dodgers a 5-4 lead. They went on to win it in 8-4. The team currently tops the charts in the NL West and sits 3 games ahead of the San Francisco Giants, coming into the final stretch of the regular season. The force of women in sports has now made it onto the football field, with the first female high school head coach for California. Kengi Martin has taken over as the head varsity coach for San Diego High School, a goal she set for herself long ago. Martin is no stranger to the sport herself. She's a member of the San Diego Surge, a team that competed for the Women's Football Alliance title last season. She has been an MVP 9 times. Martin says of her job, quote, "I want to inspire other people to do what they love." Another fantastic force in female sports is Pepperdine alum Kimberly Hill, who just made the 14-player roster for the FIVB Women's World Volleyball Championships in Italy. Hill has been involved in international competition for the United States since last year, assisting the team in gold medal efforts in multiple tournaments. Team USA will play in late September or early October in Verona, Italy, with 5 first-round matches, including top 5 team Russia. Fellow Waves men's coaches Marv Dunphy and David Hunt will be joining Hill in Italy as well. Here at home, the Waves have some exciting competition carrying into the weekend. Women's soccer hosts the Boise State Broncos at 3 p.m. today, coming off of 2 exciting wins last week. Women's volleyball will follow with a game at 4 against North Carolina Central in Firestone. Rounding out the weekend, they then take on Colorado State tomorrow at 10, and men's water polo hosts Long Beach State at noon.
Well, that's a ton of sports news, but refill your coffee cup because coming up next, we have all the latest in fashion and celebrity news.